Look at that. Perfect. Can you believe that? Today we're going to do something a little different. I'm going to share with you my Dollar Tree haul. Things that I use on a regular basis or things that I really like at Dollar Tree, and some new things that I found today. I was just so surprised. So let's get started. These are little prayer cards. They're called prayer cards, and they are so beautiful. I just love them. I use them for bookmarks in my books, my Bible, any kind of book I'm reading, or anything that I need a bookmark, cookbooks, whatever. I use these for cookbooks. They're $1.25, and I also keep some in my glove box in case there's someone on the street who is asking for money, and you can give them a little bit of money and a nice prayer card. You never know when it might touch someone's life, and it has little Bible verses on the back, and I just love that. I just think that is just a neat gift, and I'm putting a package of these in my mother-in-law's Mother's Day gifts. So then I love these little journals that says "Life is Sweet." I just thought that was so cute. And I take these everywhere I go because they have the little strap on them, and they don't mess up in your handbag. And I normally carry a small crossbody, but when I have to go somewhere like a doctor's appointment, we have to travel kind of far, and I'm in the waiting room, or if I take someone, I can write down my thoughts. Maybe I've got an idea, or maybe somebody gives me an idea, or I can write down any information that I may need to know, that I may need to transcribe when I get home. And like I said, my Mother's Day cards and little gift bags. That is just a given. Everybody knows you can go there and get just the cutest little bags and little cards. I love that. And I love their little calendars. And being a YouTuber, I use this. This is the kind of calendar that I use for my YouTube, so I can just write down. You don't need anything fancy. So if you're thinking about starting a YouTube channel, you think it has to cost a lot of money, it does not. And then I just write down, what I may need from the grocery store down here, and what items I'll be fixing, and what date I'm making that on. I just think this is just the neatest little thing for a calendar planner for $1.25. Okay, the next thing is something that most people know about, but if you don't, I'm here to let you know. I buy napkins. They're $1.25 for 150, and the reason is most of the time we use paper towels, or I do have cloth napkins that we do use sometimes. But Kleenex, $1.25 for a pretty big box, 175. That's less than a penny a tissue. Love those. Now we're going to get into some of the baking stuff. This is parchment paper, pre-cut parchment paper. I just love this. $1.25 for 25 sheets. I think that is a wonderful price. And if you're wanting to learn how to bake and you don't want all that cleanup, just go to the Dollar Tree and get you some baking sheets. Or if you're new to baking, you don't know if that's your thing or not, and you'll want less cleanup. So I love the parchment sheets. And then we have little parchment squares. And I think these are wonderful. Like if you're pattying out hamburger, you can put your hamburger on here and then put another one on top. I think that is just wonderful. Cookies, cookie dough. I do that sometimes when I'm freezing stuff. I just think these are wonderful. And this, I have to say, I use all the time. These are the 2-gallon bags, and they have 5 sliders, 2-gallon bags in here, or 2.5 gallon. I'm sorry. And the other day I was going somewhere and I needed to have dressy shoes on where I was going, but I didn't want to wear them all day because we were going somewhere else. So I just put me a pair of shoes when I travel. These are the things I use. You don't need any fancy bags. They spend $1.25 and you get 5 bags. And this is what I use. I keep a bag
in my closet for when I travel, in my travel items, in my suitcases and stuff, because you can't beat these. You can reuse them, or you can just throw them away, and you're good. Now, the next thing is something that I get asked about all the time, and that is these. These are, I use them. They're just little decorative little jars, and you can put, I put salt and pepper on mine. I'll show you mine. Salt and pepper. I keep my salt in here, my pepper in here. But people are always asking me, where did you get those? I got them at the Dollar Tree for $1.25. You can just put your spices in it, whatever you like. This is a great way to, I think it's cute. Okay, cleaning products. This is called, this is a knockoff or dupe of the pink stuff. I know you've seen the pink stuff. Well, this works just as good as the pink stuff. That's just me. And this is some all-purpose cleaner, and it works great in my bathtub. It works great on my stovetop, and an awesome, awesome addition to the kitchen. Love it. Matter of fact, let's open it. It smells just like the pink stuff, guys. I'm telling you, I think it's a dupe. This Ultra, you know how you get the $5 bottle of Dawn that you spray, it's foam. It works, guys. And I just use this big bottle for $1.25, $1.25. I'm telling you, don't waste your money. These work. These really do work. Now, this next item is something I go through probably a bottle every 2 weeks, and we clean vending machines. And the outside, you know, there's nothing but glass. We fill them, but we also clean the outside. And this is not strong. And so the ammonia ones were so strong for us, you know, the Windex with that ammonia smell. So we found these at the Dollar Tree for $1.25, and they have the vinegar formula. I'm telling you, we love them. No streaks, no nothing. This right here is your best window cleaner I've ever used or purchased. Honestly, it's called Awesome Window Cleaner, and we purchase this at least 2 or 3 times a month for the vending machines, and it keeps them spotless. I'm going to share with you something that I found the other day, and this is so neat. And they've got different styles or whatever. This place setting is a 4-piece place setting that I got at the Dollar Tree. Isn't that beautiful? And it says, live life in full bloom. That is so neat. Flowers in bloom. I'm 60 years old. I feel like I'm in full bloom, and I'm really living my life. So I love these. I bought all of them. I bought an 8-piece set for, they were $5 a set, so I spent $40 on a set of dishes, 8 sets of dishes, you know, 8 place settings. So I got a beautiful cup, live life in full bloom, a beautiful bowl, a plate, and a bread plate or salad plate, whatever you want to use it for. I think it's gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. And I'm so pleased with it. Okay, I bought these chargers, and they are kind of a yellowish gold. And you know, if you see my kitchen, everything is yellow and red. I love that, and I just love yellow. I just love all different colors. But I thought these would be perfect because there's little gold and yellow, and it just, oh my goodness, I thought that was so beautiful. And the little chargers, and I'm going to set me a beautiful summer table in a couple of days. I'll show it to you whenever I get it all done. But isn't that beautiful? This is a little calendar, and I use this every single day for keep up with my doctor's appointments or my parents' appointments or my husband's, whoever's appointments that I need to keep up with. I write down here the days I work, my hours I work. I have been using this for probably, these small calendars at the Dollar Tree, for probably 10 to 15 years. And how do you think I remember anything? Got to have a calendar, guys. These little containers, I love these. $1.25. Lid and container, they're very sturdy. I think they're a great thing to put your leftovers in. These right here are air fryer. Go in the air fryer baskets, you know, to put your food, but I have something different. And these are $1.25 each. Look at this. This is my cake pan. It fits right in the cake pan. I said, oh my goodness. An amazing thing. I don't know if you knew. I've never seen anybody use it for that, but guess who is? The next time that I make a cake, I'm using these. So I'm excited about that. And then they have the smaller ones. And this is an 8-inch. If I get them open. Okay, look at that. Perfect. Can you believe that? I am so excited. You know, I said, man, that looks like cake pan liners. And I realized it was for air fryer. I said, oh no, I'm going to use these parchment paper, and I'm going to use these to use for my cakes or casseroles or anything like that. What a great idea. Okay, little makeup brushes. Oh my goodness. Yes, I purchased these, and I think they are wonderful. These are gorgeous. You know what? I was on a trip with some friends. It's a little makeup brush. It's called Sassy and Chic. And I had these little brushes out, and I was doing my eyes, and somebody said, ooh, how elegant. Dollar Tree, $1.25. Honestly, and they work. They are as good as any professional brush that I'm not even going to tell you what I spent money on, but we'll never do that again. These are awesome. Here's another little Sassy and Chic brush. I love them. I love this one. I think it's so pretty. And I like this to just do a little bit of face powder on. Awesome. Beautiful color. I love them. Dollar Tree, $1.25. Little top scrubbers to do the pink stuff. You know, the knockoff pink stuff. I use these. I know how to fix vending machines and things like that. And I use these. They are in. I keep mine in a eyeglass case, and I keep them in my work bag, and I use them all the time. And so I got these to put in my little junk drawer here because I couldn't find mine. I loaned them out to my husband or my son. I can't remember which one. And they're disappeared. But I get the whole set for $1.25. And these work. My work ones I've had for over 10 years. And they're still going strong. So these are little great items to have around the house. Your own little toolkit. And I'm just going to put mine in a little pink bag. I love these for makeup or little brushes. And when I travel, I like to have a first aid kit in my work bag at work in case I need a Band-Aid or anything like that when I'm traveling or at work. We got little Band-Aids, some little sticky pads. I just think this is a great idea. You can put some medication in it just to throw in your bag for a emergency kit. I just think it's great. I'm at work all the time, and I did get this for my work bag because I've used all my Band-Aids, and I didn't have a case. And I thought, oh, that'll be great. So this is what I'm going to be putting in my work bag at work. And then a thing that I use all the time, and I use it actually for YouTube also. This is to make sure my camera or my phone is level if whatever I'm using. I sometimes can't see the little level on the camera, but I use these to hang pictures, and I keep one in my junk drawer. I love these. Everyone should have a leveler of their very own. Now let's get to the food part. I'm going to start with these Arizona teas. This is the Arnold Palmer, and it is my very favorite. They're $1.25, and it is 34 fluid ounces. That is huge for $1.25. And this is half and half of iced tea and lemonade, and we call them Sunjoys. I believe that's what Chick-fil-A calls them. And I love these. $1.25. I can have this cold and put it in my bag for work, or if I'm home, or if I'm going somewhere and I know that there's going to be $3 or $4 in the vending machine, and I know because that's what I do for a living, or at the store, they're going to cost me an arm and a leg. I just pop me one in the fridge that night, or what? Actually, they're in my refrigerator. Maybe put me some ice in one of my big cups, and I'm good to go. And they've got different. So this is green tea with honey. I love that one. And this is the kiwi strawberry. Oh my goodness, this is pretty. It tastes as good as it is looks, because that bottle is so cute. I love these things. Then assorted candies. I like the bit of honey. You know, that's nostalgic. Cowtails. Love cowtails. Baby Ruths, the little mini Baby Ruths, love them. Reese cups, Chico sticks. How many remember the Chico sticks? They are so good. Mary Jane's. Look at that. I'm Mary Jane. I'm telling my age, aren't I? Little Snickers, and guess what? Snickers is the _1 selling candy in the world. In the world. And Hershey's Mr. Good Bar. Wished it was a gold bar. Okay, cereal. If you are on a low budget, yesterday when I was in the Dollar Tree, someone was in there and they were buying their groceries for the week, and you could tell they were on a really tight budget. And they were looking cereal, and it was on a different aisle. But I found this cereal for $1.25. It is the name brand General Mills Chex Vanilla. They are delicious. $1.25, and this is the big family size. And of course, I went and found her when I found these and told her about these. And sometimes we forget that other people are on an extreme low budget. And I am thrilled that the Dollar Tree can offer these prices and give people a chance to eat name brand items. And some of the Dollar Tree items are even better than the name brand items. These barbecue sauces, the Kraft Original, and then this is the Bullseye Original, $1.25 each. I think that is an amazing price, and that is the only place I get my barbecue sauces from is the Dollar Tree. Now this is late July. This is a top-notch name brand salsa. I mean top-notch, wonderful, non-GMO, very, very good salsa for $1.25. You cannot find that anywhere for $1.25. You have to go get this. This is a name brand, high quality salsa. Okay, one of my favorite things to get from the Dollar Tree, and that is the strawberry preserves. This has in it what I would make if I was making jelly, the pectin and the strawberries. That is what I like, and sugar, of course. But these are delicious. And if you can't afford to put up strawberries, because I don't know who thinks canning is inexpensive, it's very expensive. And I wish that everyone could can their own food. I have done it for years, but it is very time consuming. And the older we get, it's a little bit harder to do that. But these are wonderful for $1.25. And I think they taste luxurious. I really and truly do. And the jalapenos, I just think are a great buy. They're $1.25, and I might could get them maybe for $1.10, maybe $24, something like that at Walmart. But I'm already there. These are already ready for me to go. I don't have to travel all the way to Walmart to get them for a penny. Okay, I'll spend $5 in gas getting there. So I think this is a great deal, and I normally buy mine from the Dollar Tree. Okay, canned vegetables. This is just mixed vegetables. The only thing in here is sea salt, the peas, carrots, the green beans, the vegetables, basically, and water and sea salt. No other chemicals. People say, oh, they have so many chemicals. They do not. Read the label. They don't have any chemicals. And these are taken right out. They're right out of the garden, and they're processed immediately. But they do not have the chemicals in it. They do have the salt, but it is sea salt. And they are picked at the time of perfection. I don't know if you guys know, but I love black beans. And I just think they're wonderful, and I purchased them there because I'm already there, and I do buy a lot of my food from there. Little olives, pineapple chunks. Oh my goodness, you know, all the cakes and things. I love the pineapple chunks, the big fruit that they have at Dollar Tree. Great buy. Diced potatoes. The other night I made some of these Little Harvest Del Monte diced potatoes. I drained them, put them in the air fryer with a little bit of olive oil, salt, and pepper, and we had breakfast at night. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I'm going to have to make you guys some. It needs to be great in burritos. I think they're wonderful. Some people don't like the taste of canned potatoes, but they've just never learned how to cook them right. I totally believe that because they are delicious. And a lot of people, as they get older, they need something quick. Maybe it's just them, you know, and people's arthritis. And there are different reasons that people need something quick and easy. Nacho cheese, I don't really like to buy. This is kind of heavily processed. But sometimes, especially during football season, we'll just be craving nachos with all the food commercials on TV. And I like to have just some of this on hand just so we can have some nachos. But that's a rarity. It's not something I buy. I normally would make my own. But this is great just to have on hand as if you're 8 o'clock at night and you don't want to get in there and make cheese sauce. You know what I'm saying? Okay, these are seasonings, and I think they are wonderful. This is Grill Mates, and this is $1.25, and this is chili and garlic sea salt. It's delicious. My husband uses this. It's really, really good, especially on your eggs with toast and avocado. I'm telling you, it's very, very good. Tomatoes, very, very good. And then this is Grill Mates to put this on my potatoes or any, you know, different seasonings they have. But I do like, and this is a name brand, so I do like to buy name brand when I can. And another, speaking of name brand, this is Chicken of the Sea and Bumblebee. Now, I like to take these and eat them with this. These are entertainer cookies. They're called Monet, and they are a name brand cookie. I mean, a name brand cracker. And I guess they're called water crackers. But they are, or entertainer crackers also. But they're very good, and they are a name brand. And sometimes I don't need a whole big box to set and go stale on me. So I like to buy these for $1.25 and use these with my little chicken of the sea, tuna of the sea. You know, chicken of the sea, little roasted. They're delicious, guys. You can just open them right up and dip your crackers in it. And they have salmon, and it's wild caught, and wild caught apple core tuna. These are just really good to have on hand to take to lunch with your crackers for the week. Very inexpensive, and if your kids like it, they would enjoy. You could probably make them some little crackers or a sandwich or something like that. But I find that these are wonderful. Things I love to get their pepperoni from there because when I make pizza, I just don't want tons of pepperoni and everything left over, and I don't know how long it sits in my refrigerator. So this is basically enough to make a couple pizzas, and it says makes one great pizza, but I can actually do two. Or if you're making some kind of pizza salad or pizza casserole, I like to have these on hand. I think they're great. You can keep them in the pantry, in the freezer, in the refrigerator. I love these. Then tea bags. I love the price of this, $1.25, and all it is pure tea in the little tea bags. And You can make a big pot of tea, and I think tea tastes great. I honestly do. And I'm a Southerner, and I drink unsweet tea, but I think these taste really, really good. Little flour tortillas. Now, I have never tried these, but I'm going to, and I'm going to use these for my little tacos. Somebody told me these were really good, and there's 20 in there for $1.50. These are no longer $1.25. These are now $1.50. And the English muffins were so soft. I'm telling you, they're just beautifully. They're gold medal, and the gold medal bakery. And I'm going to make some breakfast sandwiches for my husband. But for $1.50, I think that is a great deal. I have now gone over with you some of the things that I actually love from the Dollar Tree. And maybe there's some new things here. Maybe there's some things that you purchase all the time. But these are things that I really do use, really do enjoy, and really purchase on a regular basis. I just want to say thank you so much for just watching and commenting, and thank you also for going and subscribing to my son's channel. I just appreciate that. He was like a little kid in the candy store. I just want to say thank you so much, and he appreciates it too. He was so excited last night. He woke up this morning and there was a whole bunch of subscribers, and he said, "Mom, thank you. I can't believe you did that." But he is a really good cook, and he loves to cook, always has since he was a little boy. And I just want to say thank you. God bless. Go and have a wonderful, wonderful